So we're in Xi'an. We took a 5.5-hour train from Shanghai, which we almost missed, by the way. We took a 5.5-hour train from Shanghai, which we almost missed, by the way. Word of advice, when you're in Shanghai, there's about 4 different train stations. So make sure your train leaves from the right one and you plan that out, because it can be confusing. There is one that's about 40 minutes away from town, and if you get that one by the airport, not Pudong airport, but a different airport, you might not make your train. That being said, security is usually about like 10 minutes to get through, and then passport control's another 5 minutes. But we're in Xi'an, right by the drum tower, which, interesting thing about it, this was built in the 1300s. But we're not here for that right now. We're trying to find the Muslim quarter so we can do a little street food eating. And they have a lot of cool like handmade gifts and item stalls. So we're gonna check those out as well.
So this is the hotel we stayed at. We paid about $45 per night for this room, and it is the Hilton in Xi'an City Center. The best part about this, honestly, was the fact that we got upgraded to an higher tier room, which gave us access to their free like executive level breakfast and their happy hour lounges. So we got another like meal and a snack for free basically when we were in the city. And the food there was honestly phenomenal. Also, I'm apologizing in advance. Most of the stalls here have flickering lights just because of like the type of lights they use. Unfortunately, I can't remove them, so they're just gonna have to stay in.
Okay, so it's definitely a lot more crowded near the front of the Muslim quarter. I feel like everybody crowds around there, and there's a good chance you will get hit by a scooter. But like, maybe after 100 meters in, it definitely gets a lot better. Let's see what we can find in terms of food. I did see a bunch of like pomegranate juice stands. Might grab one of those. This is like milk, frozen. I did smell like a kebab, and find a kebab place a little bit back that I definitely want to check out, but it looked like there was a good like 20-minute wait to get anything ordered. So I'll definitely check that out later. Or maybe I can find something equally as good near like more in. Almost got clipped again. Oh, these breads look delicious. That looks really good too. I definitely want to eat something more like with meat to start off with, then go for like the sweet stuff. Oh, these noodles kind of look good. Yeah, they have a couple of noodle shops that I kind of want to try. Maybe across the street, if I can get there without getting hit. I did find these potatoes and they look absolutely delicious. You take Alipay, right?
15.
Alipay?
We did find this potato stall that had these spiced potatoes and other assorted vegetables. They did add a lot of like hot chili oil and like Sichuan peppercorn, and they were amazing. I would really recommend grabbing one if you're in the Muslim Quarter in Xi'an.
Oh, that is hot, but it is good. Oh. Oh. I fell away in like another 10 minutes.
A little bit down the street from the potatoes, we found this noodle shop that makes noodles by hand and dumplings. I think these were the sweet and sour beef dumplings. I want to say this whole bowl was like maybe $3.
I did find this dumpling shop. I don't know what's inside of them, but the sweet and sour sauce that they're in, absolutely delicious.
So at this point, we were wandering around the market for about an hour and a half, trying different foods, looking at different stalls, but in particular, we were looking for a place where they will crack oysters for you and take the pearls out of those and make them into jewelry right in front of you. It took us about an hour to find it after this, and that's because I went into a video of someone who showed that off and found tiles matching of that color on the ground. The entire Muslim Quarter is really huge, honestly. I think it is about like 3 blocks by 3 blocks of these tiny little narrow streets with all kinds of like shops and stalls, food, activities, like everything. Around here I'm gesturing for like the different kind of stones on the ground, which I used as reference from another YouTuber's videos to find like that main corridor that had what we were looking for. While I didn't try the pomegranate juice there, I did try it at a later date, I think like 2 days after I made this video. And I would highly recommend it alongside these like coconut stands where they like gut the coconut and turn it into this little perfect sphere. You can like take a bite out of it.
One?
While these foods are kind of gimmicky and touristy, they are delicious, and I can't recommend them enough. It is the softest coconut you'll have, and I think for 28 yuan, it's like $3. It's well worth it.
That's cool. Shishi.
来看一下，看这椰汁，椰子蛋。
I love how jiggly it is, though. It's a really good coconut water. And I think you just eat the rest of it with a spoon. But I love how it wiggles.
I absolutely loved walking through the night market in the Muslim Quarter. I feel like if I had a little bit more time, I probably would have checked out all the other side streets and all the other food stalls slash stores.
I did see a pearl shop on the internet around this area, so we're gonna try to find it. Yeah, I can't hear myself think half the damn time. But we're gonna try to find this little pearl shop where they crack open pearls right in front of you. Oh, well, I think this is the one.
So now that we actually found the place, it was time to pick our shells and have them opened right in front of us. I believe it was 50 yuan for a shell, which comes out to about $5, maybe less, like $4.50. And then getting it mounted on bracelet hardware or earring hardware was another $1, $2. So you could get some really cool pearl necklaces, pearl jewelry for $7 to $8, depending on what you choose. What's really cool about this is you get to choose the oyster or clam that you want, and you basically get the pearls that are in there. I mean, they're not going to be perfect grade A round pearls or white pearls, but they're going to be mixed with different shapes and different textures. They're still good quality pearls. So I definitely think I picked a good one, at least for this first one. I had about 15 to 20 pearls, which roughly comes out to a bracelet and a half out of one. Overall, this was a good choice and a good pick. I got a lot out of one clam. So at this point, she was massaging the pearls out of there for a good 3 to 4 minutes, and they just kept coming out. It's a lot of work to get all the pearls out. I didn't expect it to be that much work.
I chose a good one, damn. That's a lot of pearls. That is really good luck.
So the next step in the process of extracting the pearls is she needs to wash all of the pearls away from that membrane, which that in of itself takes, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes. So you spend about 20 minutes there and you get 2-3 bracelets out of it and spend $12 to $15. And mind you, you could probably buy them for cheaper somewhere else, maybe. I don't quite know, but the main attraction is you get to pick your own, and they kind of have that special sentimentality of, hey, I chose this, I had this made. I'll see if I can try to find the location on Google Maps. Maybe I had the geotagging on from my phone or something like that when I visited this place, so I can drop the address and you guys can go check them out. All the people there are super friendly and super helpful. I can't recommend this place enough, and honestly, if you're in Xi'an, definitely go out there, check it out. If you like it, buy something. If not, it's all good. At this point, we decided to double down and just buy a couple more pearls, as they would make great gifts for family members. In particular, my aunt, my grandma, and other people are close family friends. I figured at this point, if I'm gonna be making 1 or 2 bracelets out of this, might as well just go and grab a lot more and bring them back to the States and give them as gifts. Especially considering that it took us roughly like an hour and a half of walking down busy side streets to find this place. We were most likely not going to find it again unless we got lucky or dedicated more time to it. And with a tight schedule that we had, which was check out the night markets today and then tomorrow go and see the Terracotta Warriors, and then another 3 to 4 hours the next day and then leave towards Beijing, we really couldn't afford to spend that time.
What's pretty cool is they make your bracelets here. You pick your shells and then they open it up and get the pearls out. And then here they like drill them out and they thread them on this. I want to say this is 50 yuan, which is about $5 US, 6 or 7 actually.
Now, what I kind of regret not buying is stuff from these guys. They hammer solid pieces of silver into these amazing like bracelet designs for men. And while I did buy 10 pearl bracelets, I really didn't buy anything for myself. I kind of forgot about that. But I did get some really good fermented black tea. I think it was like a 12-year vintage. So at the end of the day, I did get something for myself. So I did find this tea shop that offered aged teas, and it would basically brew a little sample and show exactly like how many washes you can get off a tea. Something interesting of note is in Asian cultures, they do washes of teas, so you don't do like one brew of a tea and then you throw out the leaves. You continue to keep brewing until it loses color and flavor. I want to say like a good tea, you can do about 8 to 9 washes out of it, and it still retains a lot of that original strong flavor. I personally was going for the 10-year vintage, and I ended up buying it.
So while walking around here, I did find a place that was doing tea, and for a while I've been looking for like fermented tea, and I found 10-year-old fermented tea. This is the softest, like smoothest black tea you will ever have. If you ever have the chance to try like aged or fermented black tea, I'd highly recommend it. It is very soft, very smooth, and it doesn't have any bitterness to it. Definitely worth a try if you ever have the chance. So for the most part, food-wise, there's a lot of like noodle shops that serve the exact same type of noodle, and the potato shops. Also the places that do the grilled cuttlefish. I think I might have ran into about 20 to 30 potato stands that do the fried potatoes with like the spices. The bread stands as well. Some of the really cool, unique experiences were definitely the pearls, where you get to pick your own pearls. I would highly recommend that spot. Also, the aged tea. If you've never had aged tea, basically they age or ferment black tea, and as you do that for longer, it becomes more mellow. The one that I had was a 10-year, and I ended up getting it. I want to say it was like 12 bucks for a pretty huge sized brick of it. Despite it being black tea, there is no bitterness to it. It is almost sweet. Right now I'm just heading back to the hotel.
And just a reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you would go here, tell me what you would eat. The next video is going to be about the Terracotta Warriors and the Emperor's Mausoleum, and then after that we head off to Beijing and scale the Great Wall. So definitely stay tuned and check out those videos too.